Maranatha, my BBC family and friends. Pastor Brian here with another quick bite, living the word. Today you're getting it, but our word is going to come from Psalm 8, and we're going to pick up at verse 3, and then we're going to read down to about verse 6. But we're going to maybe stop along the way as we go through this. The psalmist writing here starts with these words. Well, actually, at the beginning of the psalm, he starts with the words about the glory of heavens above and how God has set these things in hand, and how excellent is his name and all the earth. And then he comes out of there and he says these words. He says, "When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with the glory and honor. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet." So what is interesting about that, and what I want to kind of talk about tonight as we look at these words, is just the great love wherewith our God loves us, and how important you really are to him. That he literally has given us dominion over his creation, over the things that he's done and the works that he's done. And I don't mean to smile at this. My wife has an ice cream headache from drinking really cold water. She's over here on the other side of this going. So it just threw me off for a second there anyway. I'm sorry, kid. Point of the matter is, though, guys, think about this. That the God who created everything we see, the heavens as far as we can see, the stars as far as we can see, there's every planet, everything we can come up with and see and visualize, everything in this world, the God who created all of that is mindful of you. He thinks of you. He's thinking of you. That's how much he loves us. And not only that, he thinks so highly of you that he's actually given you dominion over the works of his very hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet, he says. We literally have the control. He's given us the control of these things, the things that he holds so precious. Now, why I find this so fascinating is I just think about some of the great works that we've seen done. You know, somebody who maybe restores a car, or somebody who builds a really beautiful building, or perhaps they build a. I think about Jaden when he was younger and built Lego things and stuff like this, and how devastated we feel when somebody would destroy that car, or when somebody would destroy the Lego thing we built on, or a painting we've been working on, or whatever the case may be, and it gets ruined by other people, and how we just feel so devastated by that idea. Yet God, who has made everything, has said, "You are so valuable to me that I'm entrusting you with these things." So I just think that's such a humbling thought, to think about how much God thinks of us and what he thinks about who we are and what we can do. So we ought to be a little more careful and cautious, I guess, is my point tonight, in remembering how much God thinks of us, but also what we should be doing in response to what he's done for us, and the fact that he has given that dominion over to us. Not to act like a bunch of fools and just act like everything doesn't matter, but to care for it and tend for it, the same way you would if I was to give you my child and say, "Here's my baby, please take care of it." Because he's literally given us his creation and said, "Tend it, take care of it." So I hope this kind of challenges us tonight to just think about maybe our attitude towards things in life and the possessions that even God has given us, that we might actually hold them with the regard of something of value because God has given it to us. He's thinking of us. He loves us. He's entrusted things to us. So let's do our best to bring glory to those things and to his name by how we care for them. I love you. We love you. God loves you. And God's got this.